Hello, people of the interwebs. KimDestructo here, back with another gacha game review video. It has been a minute since I've done a gacha game review video. Still been playing them, just haven't gotten around to doing a video, but here's one just in time for a collab, specifically a Hololive collab. It's probably one of the biggest reasons I'm doing this video, which I will talk more about the Hololive collab towards the end of the video. Tower of God, New World. So where do I start? I read the manual, and I really like the manual. I'm a big fan of it. The anime I've watched, I would say it's not bad. I don't know if it's just me coming from the manual. It was underwhelming. It was not bad. It was good, but it's definitely not like Soul Leveling. Not like I expect any manual to anime adaptation to be that level. Hell, even Soul Leveling ain't that level for me. But that's a hot take for another time. So yes, I do like the anime. I'm a bigger fan of the manual itself, and now the game. This game is made by Netmarble. It's on Android and Apple with pretty good ratings. The Google Play Store is a 4.5 out of 5. On the Apple App Store, it's a 4.8 out of 5. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty good game, apparently. And I've actually been playing it quite a lot. I would say probably the past few days as of this recording. And so you could probably see a lot of my footage is definitely early in the game. This is a game that came out back on July 26, 2023, but just actually got around to playing it literally a couple of days ago from the time of this recording. I mostly did it, forced myself to kind of jump into it while I can because of the Hololive collab. And this Hololive collab has a Hololive event which features Toa and Mori from Hololive JP and EN respectively. Toa is one of my favorite Hololive JP members. Mori, she's also one of my favorite EN members. So having both is definitely great. And of course, I'm a big Hololive fan, if you cannot tell from my haul merch videos. So I had to jump on it, and it's like I kept delaying, so now I jumped on it right in time for the Hololive collab. So yeah, I had to start the game all the way over, right? Like at the very beginning, while also trying to build up my character so I could do the event as well. Because usually you start out at zilch and you try to do an event, you're not going to really be strong enough to take on the event missions. So it took a little bit of time, but the fact that I kept playing and playing, I actually was able to get strong enough and then start playing the event. So the little I played so far, I can't even say the little I played so far. I played quite a bit, like probably like over 24 hours in the past couple of days playing this game. It is addicting, at least when you first get into it, and I think part of that is Hololive collab, at least for me. Just in general, taking the Hololive collab out, let's take that out. The game definitely keeps you interested, especially if you are actually interested in Tower of God and the story and the characters, and if you are a fan of the manual or the anime or both, or even the light novel. And of course, if you're a fan of gachas, you have your story mode, you have your adventure mode, you have the pools, you have like your leveling up system and limit break system. You have all that included. The only difference is the leveling up is not per character. It's actually a thing called the Shinsu link. And you will be leveling up each spot on that and limit breaking each spot on that. You can limit break each character. Fully limit break, I believe it's like 12 times. I would have to go back and look. It's more than 3. So to limit break each character. But you don't necessarily have to level up each character. You're going to level up that Shinsu link. And then put what characters you want in the Shinsu link. And they'll have the higher combat power to fight like the enemies and each floor that you go through the tower. So that's what primarily adventure mode is. Like in manual and anime, you're fighting each level, trying to get to certain levels. So yeah, I think the adventure mode is definitely appealing because it gives you that auto battle pretty early on, so you don't have to manually do it unless you want to. I personally like the auto battlers. I have said that in previous reviews. I love my auto battlers. So the fact that you could do it pretty early on in the game is definitely a plus for me. It's got points for that. Climbing up that tower in adventure mode, it's especially as you like get stronger and stronger with your characters and your Shinsu, it becomes easier and pretty quick. There's no real story behind it. It's just battling the tower. And then there's the actual story mode, which you could go and do quests and requests and play like certain key characters and from their point of view, and then follow the story along. So that's also exciting. With the summonings, I wouldn't say pretty easy. It still could be quite a challenge, but I think the pull rates are actually reasonable, where you can have an easier time obtaining certain characters, and they let you choose which one you want to pull, like that will have the higher pull rate, and you can select those. Now right now they do have an event where each day you log in, you actually get a super rare character, like a SSR character. So that's also great, so you don't have to really try so hard with the pulls. So far, that's probably the main reason why I like the game. The whole thing with gacha games is the pulls, right? And I like reasonable pulls. Yeah, I don't want it too easy, but I don't want it too difficult. And lately with other games such as Azure Lane and Nike and some of the Hoyoverse games, I've actually had even more difficulty than I've had before to get pulls for characters. Especially in Azure Lane, they used to be reasonable with their pulls, and lately it's just been difficult for me. And so a game like this where it's reasonable rate drop is fantabulous. So that's what makes it more fun for me. It's like the fact that I got a chance and it's not too much of a challenge and makes me want to come back for more. Say I did put money into it, it wouldn't be a waste of money because I could get at least something that I wanted. That's always great. But now, let's get into the Hololive Collab. So with the Hololive Collab, you got this wonderful event. We may be Reaper and Demon, but we'll be maids. You get to see Towa and Mori in maid outfits. If you're a fan of Hololive and if you're a fan of these VTubers, you want to see them in maid outfits. Why not? I'm just glad to finally have like a Hololive collab in a gacha game after a while. I seem to not be able to catch them when they arrive, so this is just really cool. The event, pretty easy. It is kind of I wouldn't say time consuming, but there's some waiting to build up like certain currency to do certain events. And then you got like these side events like this Tap Tap Plus and Lucky Wheel, and you get rewards from that. And then of course you have the special summon, right? And apparently you could get 100 free summons, but of course you have to play through the game and then you have to unlock things and go through some missions to get them. It's 100 free summons, but here's the kicker. You have 100 summons to guarantee to get one of the Hololive characters, whether it be Towa or Mori, and it gives you an option to choose which one will be in a higher rate. You can keep changing it as you want to go. If you played Zenless Zone Zero or the Hoyoverse games, it's like a set amount of pulls you can do and then be guaranteed that specific pull. And in this case it's 100. And so far I've actually gotten Towa, I think 3 times. So I was able to get her once and then limit break her twice. And then I got Mori just once so far. So I'm actually glad I was able to get both. They're also part of some mission rewards. I think it's 6 limit breaks and you should be able to get their outfits. And that's 6 each. So 6 for Towa, 6 for Mori, and you can get the maid outfit. So you would have to pull a lot or you have to build up the orbs to do it. I would definitely give it a 4.8 out of 5. Any of this seems interested to you, definitely pick it up. April 11th. You got 10 days. So there you go. Definitely jump on it. And yeah, happy hunting. Ja ne.